celebrating 41 years this year. And I have a business myself called Only Green, and we come in and teach people how to make their homes more eco-friendly and the products that they use, recycling, energy conservation, all of that stuff. And then we also have a product line of all natural biodegradable products to help facilitate that process should they choose. And as Eli said, I came in as a student and learned more stuff than I ever thought I would learn about marketing myself and my business. And when Google Plus came along, and I am a Google geek, I can't help it, I love them. They will end up taking over the world, but I don't care.
Yes.
They give me great products for free, and I love free. So Google Plus started out in a closed beta in June of last year. And by the end of July, they had 10 million users. And that was, they had opened it up to a couple thousand people and said, we want you to check this out and help us work out the bugs. And you can invite 10 of your friends to join you. So everybody got 10 invites that they could send to other people. And come to December 29th, Google Plus has over 69 million users. And they're signing up 625,000 people a day. A day. By the end of 2012, they're going to have almost 300 million users. That's a pretty big target audience online in one place. Facebook has, what, 700 million users?
700 million is the last statistic I saw.
Yeah.
And they're going to have how many? 300 million?
300 million by the end of the year.
In a year.
Yeah. So.
Do you have the offhand? Do you have the demographics of who that
Audience
user is?
On average, the Google user is has more money.
Okay.
So they're in a higher income bracket than the Facebook user.
Okay, great. Thank you.
In general. They're also more tech savvy. They also are more inclined to research a person or a product before using their services. So again, your web presence and making sure they can find you if they do a search is very critical to get that market. And as far as male-female, there's actually just over 50% female.
More power.
Absolutely. So I'm going to jump in. If you go to googleplus.google.com, this is the page that you're brought to, with a big blue button to get you to join. How many people currently have a Google Plus? Okay, half the room. Fantastic. Love that.
Yeah, we just don't know it yet.
All I did was set it up. So now I'm waiting to hear what you have to tell me to do next.
Okay. And then when you go back after you've signed up, this is your sign-in page. And this is what Facebook calls it, a wall. Google calls it a stream. Which is kind of like your stream of consciousness they talk about. Your stream of social consciousness. One thing I love about Google Plus is its simplicity. It's very easy to find what you need on the page. People that are currently in your circles, people that you might want to have in your circles. And Google pulls this information specifically from your address book. Whether you have Outlook, Yahoo, Gmail, it'll go in if you give it access to Yahoo or your Outlook and pull up people who you don't already have, and you can invite them and say, hey, come join me on Google Plus. And it just sends a real quick, unobtrusive email. In the center, you have your stream. On the left-hand side is your account. And then you can funnel down your stream with friends, family, acquaintances, following. If someone, and this is a great feature I love about Google+, people can follow you and you are not required to follow them back.
Yes.
If there's someone that you don't like,
But they like you?
but they like you, you don't have to follow them back. But their stuff will go into incoming. Incoming is not available in your center stream, so it's not clogging up your stuff. You can click on incoming, and it'll show you all the stuff from all the people you didn't friend, who friended you. And you can change the names on any of your circles, which again I think is a great feature. You can funnel it down, especially for a business owner. You can add varying degrees of your client base, leads, VIPs. So you can change it, and you can direct what you're posting in a very specific way.
And you can have the same person in more than one circle,
Absolutely.
right? Okay.
Absolutely.
I thought I remembered that.
Yeah.
So I have a question. So when you post something then, and you don't want your clients to see it, they won't.
Right.
Yeah. I just recently did a study, and 100% of the people who use Facebook have no idea how to use security features. 100%.
Yeah, that would be me.
That would be 100%. Nobody
Yeah.
that used it knew how to answer the questions, and it's kind of scary.
It is. It is extremely scary. And I'll get into some of the security stuff as we go farther along. Notifications are great. You can look at a complete list of them by clicking on notifications. Or every time you get a new one, someone mentions you in a post, someone posts a picture and tags you in it, you'll get a little red number over here next to your name. Again, it's unobtrusive, and then if you click on it, it just brings down a drop-down menu. And say somebody added you to one of their circles. You can click on it, and it'll change the drop-down menu. It won't take you to another page. It'll just change the drop-down menu, and you can add them back. Or you can just ignore it. If somebody mentions you in one of their posts, you can reply to it right there in that drop-down menu.